Today we're talking about the Maono DGM20, a USB-only condenser microphone cardiopolar pattern, and it goes for $34.99 on Amazon. Is it worth it? We're going to find out in this episode of Level Up. Full disclosure, Maono did send this microphone to me in hopes of doing a review on this channel, but as you guys know with my ethics statement, just because a vendor sends me a microphone does not guarantee that I'll make a video. It also does not guarantee the results of a video, good or bad. Not saying anybody would want a bad review, but just saying they can't dictate what it's going to be. And the opinions that are expressed in my videos are mine and mine alone, and they don't get to see it until after it's posted, so you get to see it before they do. So with that being said, let's get to it. Now in the first couple of seconds of this video, I actually had my 3-band equalizer turned on from a previous USB microphone review I was doing, and there was a 2 dB bump in the low end as I was testing different processing settings with another microphone. Forgot to delete that and remove it from the filter. So here we go. This is the DGM20 from Maono in its default settings. The only thing I have activated right now is I have noise suppression and OBS turned on because I have fans and an AC in my studio on because it is it's like 100 degrees outside. It is crazy hot. This is what it sounds like. Having said that, let's get to the microphone. It goes for $35 on Amazon. Comes in white, pink, and black. What comes in the box? It comes with a USB-C cable that has a USB-C adapter on the other end, so you can go USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A. So you can choose your fancy on that one, whatever floats your boat. Comes with a pop filter on the front that is attached to the shock mount, and it is an all plastic build. There's no metal on here like the DM30 by Maono that we reviewed earlier on this channel. And even though it's plastic, it still has a solid build to it. It's not something that I worry about breaking just my everyday handling of microphones in my studio. It has a nice look to it. It's not too big or protruding in your shot or its side address. The capsule's in there facing you, but I still feel like in this setup right here, it's not taking up too much of my face. It comes attached to this regular desk stand mount, and what's different about this than other microphones by Maono is Maono is kind of known for providing you the desk stand where the bottom screws off. I've got one around here somewhere. Where did it go? They have these stands where you just unscrew the bottom, it comes off, and then you can screw this onto a boom arm. It's got the threads inside. Now with this particular model, they did something different where it does come already attached to a desktop stand. Yeah, stop it again! But it has a screw that comes in through the side, and it attaches to the mic from underneath, and there you go. But of course, when it's sitting on your stand, you got to really lean down to talk to it. There's about 7 or 8 inches gap between the top of this microphone and the bottom of my chin. I'm not a real big fan of using microphones like that. It really deteriorates the sound, so I took it off and put it on the boom arm. But having said that, it does come with an adapter separate. So once you take it off this, you have to connect this adapter, and you have to use the same screw that holds it to this desk stand, and then you've got this little wing nut on the other side that comes with it in the box. And then you can attach it to a boom arm, and you're hitting the ground running. I actually like this look. It looks pretty good. Not bad. Functionality. What do we have? We have 2 buttons on the top of this microphone. So one of them is the RGB. Yes, that's right. It has RGB on it. So all you have to do to activate the RGB is just tap the RGB button on the top. Can we say RGB one more time? And there you go. It's on. And here's blue. Actually, looking at my monitor, it kind of looks kind of cool in my blue studio. Just saying. And as we're testing the RGBs, you're already getting a notice for how sensitive it is to handling noise. So we're going to go ahead and keep going. And as you're looking at the RGB, how sensitive is she? Let's find out. So there's purple. There is the unicorn color, the RGB. I don't know why my fingers are doing this right now. I'm not really sure, but we're going to keep going with it. Then we have the slow strobing effect. So it's kind of in and out in a slow pattern. So we have solid red. We have an orange amber color. We have the yellow. We have green. We have light blue. We have dark blue. Well, likey. And then we have purple. Now, I'm not a big fan of RGB, so I wouldn't go with any of these. But if I did, I would stick with the blue or the purple. But that's just me. Whatever color is you do you, boo. All right, so we're going to turn this back off. because I just love the look of this without the RGB on at all. I like that. Then we have another button over here, which is the mute button and the noise suppression button. It's the same button, but there's one side is mute and one side is denoiser. So to mute it is just a quick tap. Peppers, he puts pineapple on pack to pack of pickled peppers. And when you do mute it, you're going to see on the front of this thing, let me spin it around. It's green when it's good, and then there's a red light staring right at you that says, hey, it's red, you're muted. So I do appreciate that. Now, to activate the denoiser, you have to hold it down for 2 seconds, and that activates the denoiser. Now, I am really loving how creative these companies are getting with their gain knobs, because I'm personally just not a fan of those gain knobs on the side. So their gain knob is not sticking out like a groundhog in the middle of your front yard. It's the whole bottom of this thing, and it just turns, it rotates. Peter Piper packed a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper packed a pack of pickled peppers. Turning it left and right, there's no line underneath to tell you where that spot is on the dial. So what I do is I just kind of turn it left and right until I dial it in, and I like to have my speaking voice right floating around -12 dB and peaking about -5 dB, -6 dB. So the headphone jack for your headphone monitors is in the front, 3.5 millimeter input, and on the back is the input for your USB-C. So I do like that, kind of like XLR mics where you've got the cable dropping down and looping back. The USB-C input is right in the back, and it just kind of flows right into your boom arm, and it hides it really well. You put a couple of Velcro straps on it, and it sits right on there like that. I also noticed this does not work with the Maono app as far as an audio interface. It works with the DM30 and all the other Maono microphones, but it does not work with the DGM20, so you're going to have to depend on OBS or whatever streaming software you have where you can adjust your tone and that. I really wish it worked with the app. It works with 99% of the other microphones that Maono does. It works with the DM30, which is roughly the exact same price point. With this design, I would love to combine it with the ability to use that app. It's not there. Maybe hopefully with the firmware update, they're going to be able to allow you to use it with the app. That would be great. The build quality as far as plastic over metal, it's strong enough and durable enough to be handled in your YouTube studio. Treat your microphones with some respect and it'll do you just fine. Where they have everything placed, I really like that. Beautiful look on your live stream. Looks great with RGB, without RGB. It's got the mute button on the top. I love the placement of everything on this thing. It's got a great look, a great design, and there's nothing in the audio here as you're speaking that's going to turn anybody off on your live stream. You're going to be good to go and hit the ground running at a budget price. So at $35, is it a Shure SM7B or a DDV07U or the Maono PD200X? No, but again, those are more expensive microphones, ranging from $70 all the way up to $400. But let's say you just want to get started. $35. It has a great look, has a good sound, very sharp, very nice. And I know I'm dating myself for those young millennials and Generation Z guys with saying sharp, but I don't care. I'm 45 and I'm proud of it, or 46. 47. I don't know how old I am. I would definitely recommend this for beginners or entry-level mics that you want to use USB only. So those are my thoughts on the Maono DGM20 USB only condenser microphone. Great look, great design, audio that won't let you down and get you going on your live stream. Great entry-level option for you guys at that price point. There you go. All right, thank you for joining another episode of All right, thank you for joining another episode of Level. I was doing so good. I went through like 7 videos without struggling, having to say this, but I'm struggling now. So we're going to pull it together. We're going to bring this home. Thank you for joining another episode of Level Up. I'm Mike Newman. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and the I'm not doing this again, and the notification bell so you guys are notified when future content goes up because it's coming. So until I see you guys in the next video, I'm out. Really?